Hi, welcome to the market alert for Monday, the 1st of June 2020. So we see stocks and silver soar in May as oil surges to best month ever. So let's have a look at the details. There's a lot of changes today in the market alert, particularly the software, and also I've added in the German DAX as well. So let's start off with the Dow. Let's stick to what we're familiar with, and you'll see that the colours have changed in the charting package. This is a brand new charting package, Omni Predictor, something I've been working on all winter. And the colour coded bars are as they appear to be. That's green when the market's moving higher and red to the downside. So it just makes life a lot easier when you look at a chart, including the daily chart there. You can see when the pros are short and when they are long. More on this as we go through the market alerts each day. We'll just highlight different things, but here you can see we're 62% from the high to the low. The market's still green at the moment and moving towards that 200 MA. You could also draw the retracements in from this high here as well to this low, which is what we have been looking at, and you'll see that we have a convergence of two fib retracements here where the market's finding support, and again you've still got that 200 MA in the way there as well. So I'm just going to reset this so we can have a closer look, and you'll see we've got a 62 and a 76% retracement there with this the 200 MA in the way there. So let's have a look and see what happened on Friday. And I'm just going to move this over. We start off in the main part of the session for the 29th, and we see prices moving higher, trading up towards the 200 bar moving average, and then the market fails at this level and then puts in a sell signal with prices moving lower. And you can see there all the way through to when Powell and Trump spoke, and then all of a sudden the market is ignited in the evening part of the session. As you can see, you can see the buying coming into the market. They try to sell, but there's the low volume there, and then prices eventually start to move higher. Got resistance at the 200 MA. We see a sell down to the retracement level there. I just grab the markup there. So from this low to this high, you'll see the market stopping at the 76-78%, and then all of a sudden you get the buying towards the end, and prices rally to the close, which we see here. And then on the overnight, let's just make this a lot bigger so we can see what's going on and reduce this down. So overnight prices have gapped down, and this is due to the outbreak of violence across the US. But prices, as ever, have managed to turn to the upside and turn green, heading back towards the high for Friday there. And in the German DAX, this is also playing out the same. You can see again from the high, from this high to this low, we're at 62%, a very similar pattern. And also if we draw in from this high to this low, you will see prices also again giving that same sort of picture as the Dow, which is not unusual at all. So there you can see trying to get above the 89% from this high to this low, and again the 20 bar moving average in the way. Now the time frame that I like to trade in the German DAX on an intraday basis from 8 AM to 10 AM is the 2-minute chart. I'm just going to go back to the Friday there, and you can see there we short fails to move to the upside, losing trades there, a couple, and then the money made back up in the trades here, and then a couple of others, but a lot quieter than the Dow for sure. And then of course we see the market moving in the sort of 11 o'clock time, which is a pattern that's evolving in the German DAX at the moment. Prices tend to be sideways for the first couple of hours and then find some direction. and this is due in part to the Dow as well. And then in the afternoon, we had a long off the 200 MA, but no chance of the market moving higher as we look from the high to the low there. You can see running straight into the 78 and 89, and then we have a sell signal again to make up the losses and a few more profits as prices find support at the BRN to the downside there. But like I say, as each successive market alert, we'll go into more detail about the coloured bars. At the moment it's still coming through its testing phase, but again you can see overnight prices moving higher. If we go to the daily chart, and there you can see prices heading towards that 11,805. One other thing that was highlighted in the news as well in the headline was silver. And this is the monthly chart of silver. I've been a buyer of silver for a while now, as you'll know from previous market alerts. These are all of the positions that I've got on. And this is a monthly chart. It shows you exactly where prices can go to. And at the moment, I'm back in after the shakeouts, and I just keep buying as the market starts to move higher and creates pullbacks. There's a 4-hour chart, and you'll see trades all the way back to the shakeout in down here back in March, which you can see there. Started buying in there and then just keep adding to positions. This is a long-term trade because there's a long way back to the $50 range, and I have no doubts that we're actually going to go through this for the first time in history. 1979 when the Bunker Hunt brothers cornered the silver market, and then back in 2011, and since then JP Morgan have been took over Bear Stearns' silver book and have been accumulating hundreds of millions of ounces of physical silver, most undervalued asset on the planet. And if you looked at the videos end of the financial road, you'll understand why this is one of those opportunities that comes along once in a while. And news for this week, let's have a look. It's bank holidays today in Germany, so the DAX is going to be closed, although the electronic market will trade. Tomorrow, Italy then have a bank holiday. And what we're looking for is the biggies, and we've got the ADP on Wednesday, non-farm employment change, and get my teeth in, a bit early on a Monday morning. And Thursday, the criminal Lagarde is out. And Friday is the big one for this week, the non-farm employment, which is pointing at 800,000 more to add to the... actually, it's 8 million to add to the 22 million of last time, or 20 million. It's not 800,000, that is actually 8 million. So, yeah, the devastation continues in the US. And the civil unrest is no surprise, really. And as it goes further and further into depression, the gap between the haves and the have-nots is going to become wider, and so is the social unrest. But that's more political, and I don't do politics. I do economics, and looking for those sort of trading opportunities that present themselves as the silver market, once in a lifetime opportunity where you can hedge against the unfolding Great Depression, or the Greatest Depression as it's already become known. Okay, that will do it for this one. If there is anything else to report today, I will let you know, but otherwise, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.